All right, let's start in the 90-90 position. I'm gonna pull up my warm up for the day. Make sure you guys can see me. I'll tell you guys when to switch. All right, let me get to that. All right, you can switch it up now. Switch over to the other side. All righty, let's go to our right side and do some open the books. We'll do, let's do 8 of these each side. All right, let's come up to our base and do some cat cows. Let's do 8 of these. All right, and right from that position, let's flatten our feet and just try to sit on our heels just a little bit. Stretch out those fronts of the legs, stretch out the fronts of the shins. You can, if you can get that, you can lean back into it a little bit. Alrighty, so we're gonna do, they call it the world's greatest stretch. So we're gonna come up into kind of like a downward dog position, and we're gonna step our foot up to the outside of our hand, drop our elbow, and extend to the sky. Put the hand down, and do the same thing the other side. We're gonna do 4 each side. Alrighty, we can come up to our feet now. And we are going to start with quad stretch, just pulling, not falling over like that, pulling, pulling our heel to our butt. Hold for a second or two. Oh, we're going to do 4 each leg. Then we're going to do scoop, squat, heel driving into the ground, toes to the sky, hands scooping, 5 each leg. The next one we're going to do is opposite hand, opposite toe, zombie kickers, 5 each leg. All right, and right from there, we're also going to go 5 side kicks. Then we're going to follow that up with 5 back kicks. All righty. And let's just do some real quick shoulder ones. We're going to start with our arms right here. I call these angels. Here to here. We're going to do 6 of these. And then don't put those arms down. We're going to keep going right after that. 6, start, pause right here. Then we're going to go 6 to the sky. All right, let's bring those arms down to shoulder width, and let's just do some arm circles. Let's do 10 each way. All righty, let's grab some water, and we'll be back in just a few minutes. Get after it. All righty. I'm going to refill my water. I'll be right back. All right, all right, all right. Let's get after it. So, the first one I call swimmers. It is on the ground. You're going to go on the ground, pressing those hips and tops of the feet into the ground. You're going to bring your hands out in front of you, and then you're going to try to touch your hips, hands in front. Big arm motion like you're making a snow angel. Keeping those hands off the ground, trying to touch those hips. We are going to do, I believe, 12 of those. And then we're going to bring our feet in narrow. That means shoulder width less, and we're going to do 10 squats. 10. Then we're going to go to the ground and do reverse planks. So, show this one sideways. Reverse planks. Come to the ground. Put your hands underneath your shoulders. Heels into the ground. Pick your core up. And hold for 20 seconds. That is the first round of the workout. Let me program my timer real fast. So again, swimmers, big snow angels, narrow squat, and 20-second reverse plank. 12, 10, 20 seconds. I'll do the first 2 rounds. If you have any questions as we work through the first 2, I will stop in between after the second round I complete and go through it again. All right. 8 minutes begins in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Back to swimmers. Back to narrow squats. 10. Back to reverse plank. So there's the first 2 rounds. You guys have about halfway done. So remember, we have swimmers for 12. That's basically just a big snow angel reversed, really activating those shoulders. So if it burns in the shoulders, you're doing it right. Your core should be flexed during those, hips driving into the ground. Squats, what we're going to do is we're bringing our feet in a little bit narrower, really trying to activate those quads right there and the thigh muscle. So we bring those in, try to get to depth, 90 degrees if you can. If not, stop where you can. Hold for a second if you're not at 90. If you can get there, hold for a second as well. Reverse planks. So there's a few ways to do these. Your hand position, whatever's comfortable. If you put your fingers pointing away from your heels, you're going to feel a stretch in your forearm a little bit more, which is perfectly fine. Open up those shoulders. Wherever you want to put your hands, that's fine. It's more challenging to put your feet flat. If you just want to drive your heels into the ground, it's going to activate those hamstrings, core, glutes, which is also what we're going for. So there's no problem with that. Hands, I found it if your hands are a little bit outside of your shoulders, it's a little bit easier to do for me. Might not be for everybody, but that's for me. So you guys have about 2.5 minutes left. Keep going. Start my next rounds. Swimmers. Fifteen seconds left. I'm going to finish out with the reverse plank. Time. Alrighty. Go ahead and get some water. Be back in about 1.5, 2 minutes. About another minute or so. Alrighty. So let's start explaining. And here we go. The next one is our long round. So let me reprogram my watch. Alrighty. So we're going to start on the ground in a side lying position for this one. I like to start with my head on my hand, legs out straight, and we're going to take our top leg and separate it backwards from our bottom leg, and we're going to kick up. And we're going to do 8 each leg, 8 hip abductions. Then we're actually going to stay on the ground for the next one. Wait. I'm sorry. 10 hip abductions. I'm sorry. 10. And then we're going to do glute bridges. Today I want our legs a little bit farther from our butt. And heels driving in the ground, of course. And we're going to come up for 10. 10. Pinch at the top, squeeze everything, slow on the way down. Fast up, contract, slow down. Then we're going to come up to the top, come up to our feet, and we are doing 12 calf raises. Raising through the calves, slow on the way down. All right, so we're doing 10 hip abductions, 10 glute bridges, feet separated from the butt, and 12 calf raises. Time will start in 3, 2, 1, go. right, there's my first 2 rounds. You have about 5 minutes left, halfway done. So remember, on the hip abductions, we want to separate the top leg from the bottom leg backwards. Your top hip should roll a little bit forward. You should be feeling it. This one should burn in the side of your hip, kind of the front side. Excuse me. Glute bridges, we want to separate our feet from our butt, probably about 2 feet, or to where our knees are not stacked over our heels. We want it to be an arch. And we're going to push all the way up to the top, flexing the core, flexing the glutes. You should feel it in the back of your leg, your hamstring. Flex at the top for 1 second, and then lower down. We're going to do 10 of those. And then just the calf raises, like always. You're going to be coming all the way up to the top, well, to your top. And then you're going to take about a second at the top, squeezing those calves, pushing the blood through them, and then lowering down. You don't want to be slamming on our heels. You don't want it to look like if this is your toes, and you don't want it to be slamming. So just nice and control. Tap the heel, come back up to the top of the feet. You have 3.5 minutes left now. Just keep going. Those hip abductions should be burning a little bit. Forty seconds left. 40 seconds left. finish up where you're at, finish up the exercise you're on, and then let's take about 2 minutes, and then we'll get after the next round. All right, I'm gonna fill up my water, and then we will do our last round. All right, so the next round we're gonna do alternating lunges, forward step, boom, step back, boom. We're gonna just keep doing those for eight each leg. Single leg RDLs, one leg planted into the ground, and reach, and reach. And the third one, we're gonna do some for five. We're doing 8 each leg, 6 each leg, and then we are gonna do 5. Widen your stance a little bit, feet pointed out to over the knees, making sure our knees staying over our toes, and we're gonna try to get as deep as comfortable for you, right? So if you can get pretty depth, a little bit past depth, we're gonna do 5 deep squats. Nice and slow. If you can get your elbows to touch your knees, that would be awesome. Just feel where it's comfortable for you. Don't force yourself past that comfort level, but just kind of let your body weight flow you all the way down. Once you feel a stop or that feeling, come back up, and we're gonna do 5 deep squats. All right, alternating lunges for 8, single leg RDLs for 6, and 5 nice and slow deep squats. Time will start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, begin. Alrighty, back to the top, alternating lunges. All right, there's the first two rounds. First two rounds. You have about 2.5 minutes left. 2.5 minutes. So for the lunges, remember just staying 90 degrees each leg. Forward lunge, step out each leg for 8 each, 16 total. Single leg RDLs, you can either have the hands at, we have about 4 minutes left. You can either have the hands at your chest, you can reach to touch the ground. More challenging, you can put them overhead as you bend over. And for those, we're gonna do 6 each leg. Remember, trying to stay as sturdy as possible, driving into the ground through that bottom leg on the ground. And for those deep squats, we're gonna widen our feet out a little bit, point them out to the edges of the room, making sure our knees still tracking over that third and fourth toe, so we're not gonna hurt our knees, and sinking nice and slowly to the depth that is possible to reach for yourself. We have 1:30 left. 1:30 left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, time. Okay, I'm going to give you guys a few seconds to grab some water, catch your breath. Unfortunately, we're in the room with all the bikes right now, so they're going to try to come in and take over my space. So I would recommend you guys end with about 90 seconds to 2 minutes of breathing. I'm going to take you guys off mute right now so I can see if you guys have any questions. Other than that, set your own timer and do your breathing.
Thanks, Isaiah.
No problem, Terry. Did you have any problems today? How were those squats on the knees?
They were good. Thank you.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I was trying to make sure I was having good form, so I was good. Thank you.
Right on. Natalie, I hope you have a good day. I'll see you guys later.
Okay.
Remember, end with your 90 seconds to 2 minutes of breathing so they can come and do their bikes.
Okay.
Have a good afternoon. I'll see you guys on Monday.
All right.
Later.
Okay, bye.